Okay, so I have a little something for you guys today for Fun Friday. So not only did the Packers win, not that you guys care, but I put together, and I don't have the presentation ready, so let me go to the beginning and play for you. Gifts for the holidays for you. Here are things that are ready to go for you guys and ideas for you guys to kick butt over the holiday season, because it is the holidays. I'm already decorating trees. I know a lot of other people are guilty as charged because they need some good tradition in their life. They need to feel that connection to their people. So this is a great way for you to do this. And so I put together 10 ideas. And I want you to know that all these ideas are easy. So it doesn't matter if you're techie or not. Every one of you can do these, and I've even done some for you. So I'm going to jump right in. So the first idea I have is in your command under designs, you have pre-made all these holiday templates and greetings. In fact, if you go and look at what I posted today on Facebook, and I'll just bring up my Facebook, you'll see, oh, we are live. Hello, everybody. I posted this morning. What's your favorite Thanksgiving side dish? And I put what mine is up here. So there's lots of fun ways to interact with your database using command, and they made all the templates really easy. So you just literally just go in, pick one you like, and then just hit post or download and send it in a different way. And they're pre-made to fit in whatever social media you use. So if you're one of those folks that are just Facebook only, just do the Facebook stuff. But if you're also Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, you can take the same image and it'll recalculate it in all three formats because the sizes are different, all that. So just know that is ready to go for you. Number two, my second idea for you guys. Now, just to make sure you understand how to get there, you just go into command under design, templates, under lead generation, it's holiday greetings. And there's a ton of them. There's like 66 different things, and they go from Thanksgiving all the way through the holidays. So no reason you can't do something like that. Number two, holiday countdown. So this was on the news last night. They were talking about how many days we have before Christmas shopping and all that. So you can go on to your Pinterest or Instagram, and there's a new button right here that's a fun countdown. So just know, for those of you that like to have some fun on Pinterest and Instagram, one of the other ideas I have is creating a playlist of some of your favorite holidays or decorating ideas or whatever it is. So for those of you that are very much into lifestyles, design, all that, this is up your alley. The rest of you, you're like, no, I'm not doing that. You don't want the countdown, but that is available for you. It's just this extra new button, and it says new. If you click on it, you'll see that you can do the countdown right there. Idea number three. This is a fun one. And this is a highly interactive one. What you're going to do is you're going to ask a question to your database. So if we go back to what I just did on Facebook, and I'd love some answers. What's your favorite Thanksgiving side dish? Now, does anyone have like a favorite thing that they love as much as I do? Anything come to mind?
Sweet potatoes with marshmallows.
Sweet potato with marshmallows. What else?
Apple pie with ice cream, with vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, it's got to have like vanilla bean, vanilla ice cream, right? Then it's really good. So it's an interactive thing. So here's the thing. Let's just say I let this marinate for the day on Facebook, and throughout the day I'm getting posts, and you guys all answer. Now, one thing that's really critical with social media, this is not just a I post all day show, it's an interaction. So everybody that answers, you want to interact with, and maybe even say, hey, would you mind giving me that recipe? And just really reconnect with people that way. Now, let's just say 12 of you respond. What we're going to do to go back to this idea is you're going to write a post of the 12 most popular side dishes to consider trying this year for Thanksgiving. So do you see how you can bring things back? So you can get people's feedback and then bring it back as a post. So for example, actually, Scott Hood, you did this for a while, the top 10s. Remember the top 10 places to brunches, and he could either create the top 10 list of best places to brunch, or he could go ask his peeps, Like, where do you guys like to go? And then they were collaborative. So just know though, if you're going to quote anybody, don't put like Jessica Fox said, just say Jessica F said, and that's just out of respect. Or Jessica F, comma, Dunedin thinks that this, restaurant Rosie's is the best to go for brunch or whatever. You want to just respect privacy here, but that's a fun way to actually get people to interact with you. And it doesn't have to do anything with real estate. And it can be around the holidays if you want, but it could also be fun and quippy like off real estate. So let's just say, you could do something like, what would you like, what will you do differently this year with all the pandemic and everything that's happened for the holidays? And then you could list that, but that's not real positive. So I'd stick with the positivity, you guys, because that's what we're gunning for. So create holiday lists. And if you really want to nail it, you get the interaction from your people and then you bring it back, or you just make your own list. Next idea I wanted to share with you is around that. It's really gathering images and photos of this. Now, I did this yesterday too. So you can see I'm kind of role modeling for you guys if you watch me on social media. If you go back to my Facebook, yesterday I started my morning with gratitude, because right now with everything going on, I need to protect my mojo. You guys probably do too. And so what I asked, what are you grateful for today? Share with me, or better yet, show me. And look at all these great responses. I got 23 responses and people's pictures. That's the Baytals. This is Greg Schreiber's favorite view in the morning when he rides to the beach. Check out this cool dock that Brian P has that he goes and sits on and thinks and fishes and catches. He said he catches a lot of bluegill right there. So isn't that cool that I was able to share that with them, and it felt good to me, but it felt good for them, right? If you go back to my idea, with permission or creating your own, you can create albums. So this could be around real estate. You could do like best kitchens you've ever seen, best fireplaces, but this could be around holiday. So one of the things that I love that we used to do when we were in the sales side of things is to have people share, pictures of their kids' costumes or pumpkin. And again, remember, I used to take those pictures, get them printed off. This is back when you had to go get them printed off at a Walgreens. Now you can just go Snapfish, Photo Bucket, whatever, and get prints for like a penny a piece. And I would send it as a note card or within a note. And that just took our relationship to a new level because it was very authentic and sincere. And I felt so good doing it. So you can spin all these ideas in just one or two different directions to accommodate you better. But for those of you that want to gather cool themes and share it that way, that's a neat thing to do. So, for this year, you might do something like Florida holidays, because it's different here. And when I moved here from the Midwest, the first year, I didn't think it felt like Christmas because I was used to the snow and then the traditions we had. So we made new traditions. And one of the new traditions we have is that Mark jumps in the swimming pool regardless of how cool it is. I don't, he does. And then we do sand angels and we taunt our family members and we show them how awesome it is to live in Florida. How are you doing that and showing how great it is to live here? So this is just one idea for those of you that really enjoy doing that. This is a great fun one. Create holiday themed challenges. This is my favorite one, I think, because you get a lot of people that like to participate. So, if we go all the way back to Halloween, you could have had best scary costume, best kid costume, best COVID clever costume, best dog costume. You can have a lot of fun, and you can do this through the holidays. Best decorated tree, best mantle, and you can have people submit what they're proud of or what they're creating in their home on your Facebook. You can collect those pictures and then you can award a prize. And maybe it's, a $50 gift card to some place. And it's really creates a lot of cool energy around it. And again, you could have printed that off and put a little note and slid it into a card, and wow, would that just razzle dazzle anyone. You could have best memes. You could have so much fun with this. And yet it's about engaging your people. This is lead generation, you guys. When you connect with your people, this is lead generation. It doesn't mean it has to have a script involved, yet you do want to have call to actions built in. And yet it's more about connecting with your people right now than saying, hey, do you need a house? Now there's one moving forward up here that is going to bring that all in. And what you might want to do for any of you that are energized by this is pick one idea or concept that I'm putting in front of you and storyboard it out and book the dates of when you're going to post. And if you need more direction on that, I'm more than happy to help you guys. But people love contests. And again, what a great way to connect. Now, you could also do some good and do a food drive. Now, I wish Pamela Bell was on here. She's one of the best at this. She door knocks her entire farm and puts out that she's going to be collecting canned goods, and then she has a date and everything, and then she comes back and does it. And it's a way to have a conversation with every neighbor in her farm. And people are very giving, and people love to help and give back. She has a lot of success with this. She feels very good about doing it, and she's doing a lot of good. And there's a lot of people that really have a lot of need this year. So this is a no-brainer. And then a toy drive is another one. And usually in the office, we have a toy drive going on right now, food drive. And so I feel like we're shorting you as well. Well, this is time for you guys to do that with your sphere. So, you know, in the past, we always did these things for you. Now it's your turn to do it for yourself, because again, the world's changed quite a bit. People aren't going to drive over to our office to drop off toys. You kind of need to be the collector and all of that. And that will even further your relationship, which is kind of a blessing in disguise. Another idea I came up with is, and I think we should do this as an office, is I think we should go hire a professional Santa and we should do Zoom with Santa. What do you guys think? Wouldn't that be cool?
I know one.
You know one? Because you know what? We could do that as an office, and or you could book them, you know, like for a half hour, whatever, or an hour. I don't know. I don't know exactly how we would do this. So everyone's children got time with Santa, or maybe they schedule like they're in this 30-minute time slot where, you know, there's 10 kids every 30 minutes or something. I don't know, but I think this is clever, you know, and kids need to believe. They need to believe right now. So you could do some fun things with that. And here's the thing. Let me flip this on you guys for a second. You have so many other business owners in your world that rely on referrals as much as you do. Your inspector, you're this, you're that, your favorite painter, you know, the insurance guy you use. You could go to all your people that you love in your immediate business and say, should we do this together? Instead of doing it as an office, think of doing it with them. Seriously. And yet, if you guys wish I would just magically find a Santa and do this for you guys, I'll do whatever you need. You know, but at the same time, you know, you could get further ahead of this if you made it more of a tradition. Or if you really are locked into your sphere or your farm, get in cahoots with the parents and say, who wants in? I'll line it up. I'll do all the work. They'll be like, thank you, right? And you say, hey, in response, I'm doing a toy collection and a food drive. Would you mind participating? You know, give and take. But boy, what does that do for your relationships? It takes it to another level. So just another idea. Holiday themed, no, oh wait, I need to go do a plug. We are still attempting to do a Thanksgiving meal at the office, but we can't have a potluck. That's dangerous and not acceptable these days. So I'm working on potentially having a meal served, no one bringing anything, so you guys will not have my amazing potatoes, but a meal served where we just spend more time together instead of, you know, potluck style. And because we're not be able to have the typical Christmas, I'm trying to come up with solutions, you guys, so that we still can, if you feel comfortable coming in, we can still have that feeling. But we are going to be giving gifts to our kids, our foster kids, and there's about 40 of them. So I hope you guys will bust out your wallets and help me buy some presents. We're gonna unveil the giving tree at our mini Thanksgiving this year. And there's more kids than ever. So these are all kids are usually between foster homes, and they're living in kind of really tough situations. So just want to give a little plug. We're not skipping the kids this year. It's just going to be different. Holiday themed video series. This one is for those of you really into video, or don't do this. because this one takes a lot of effort, but those of you that are going all in on the video, this might be a storyboard for you. And so I just want to make sure that none of you waste time on this unless you're all in on the video. That's my only plug for this. Now, second is, it's just like different videos. So like if you drive through a neighborhood with really cool lights or whatever, or different types of holiday tips and tricks that you want to share, this would be kind of those ideas. And I do want to personally invite all of you on December 12th, if you guys are open to it or welcome, you're welcome to my house in Gulf Harbors. It's the North Channel Boat Parade. And our house is situated so that we see the parade 3 times go by. It's pretty cool. So I'm going over the top. You guys are all welcome. Anyone can come over, but we'll be at my house from like dusk till, I don't know, like 10. And it'll just be an open house and I'll have food and drinks and stuff like that. But if you guys want to come, bring your kids, bring your family. Our house is going to be open on the 12th of December. So I'll get something out for you guys on that if you guys want to participate. But why I'm saying that is you might take your phone out and video some of the boat parade going by as one of these videos. Okay, next, partner with vendors and influencers to increase attention. So this is kind of going back to your sphere. So if you're gonna do a food drive, why not get your buddies involved? Because you can do all the marketing, because you're in a position to do that much better than your inspector, or you're this, or you're that. You know, think of all these business professionals that you're partnered with that can bring you more business and support you better, that don't have, you know, command designs. And they're like, I don't even know how I'd make a post on Facebook. You know, just think of that advantage you have and then lean on them, but set expectations that they're also sharing it. They're also collecting, they're participating at a high level, and that you're pretty much doing the marketing and kind of that part of it. So how-tos. Now I'm having my house professionally done with the trees because Mark Wimmer will not do that. He does not do that decorating outside. And I am like going to be like Griswold this year. So he sold a house to a guy that does malls. He decorates malls. So we have him doing our house. I'm so excited. Do you think I'm going to be out there videoing him? Yeah, I could do some fun with that. You know, so just know you have, like I said, I always joke around appendage, but you have your appendage with you all the time. Are you capturing these moments like you should? So just be more mindful, because most of you may forget all these things that are happening in front of you that are going to be great content for either now or later. What's ahead? So we're going to end with this one, and I'm doing just great on time. So perfect. What's ahead? So this is a great conversation that anyone will have with you right now, right? Because we're all contemplating, aren't we? What's ahead? What is 2021 going to look like? And it seems like we're all racing to get there. So what I want to remind you is we have business planning. We have the one thing workshop we could do. You guys could invite your entire database of business owners and we could do a workshop on the one thing. It's about an hour and a half long, but it basically helps them get real clear on what they're doing this year. And it's almost like a mini business plan for any type of business. We could host that and you guys could invite your people that might need a better plan for what's ahead. This also ties into what's ahead for you in terms of your greatest asset. And again, that's positioning you as their person. You're their person when it comes to their asset. Not only do you help them find this property that is their greatest asset, and you help them, get repair people if they need it, or upgrades or whatever. You're their person throughout the whole period of time that they're in that home, not just at the transaction. And so you want to talk to your people about what their plans are with their home. Are they going to remodel? Do they want to just paint the whole interior of the house just to freshen it up after, COVID and the house getting kind of beat? Do they realize that they really need another bathroom for everyone to be happy, or that their kids are probably going to stay at home and school there because they're doing better, or whatever? You need to have the conversation, because everything has changed pretty much, this year with everyone. So even if I was someone that bought my house a year ago, which I did last year, September, if this house wasn't suited anymore for me, I would have never thought I was going to be a seller this year, but maybe I am because the market's so good and I can sell so high and I can actually get a house that's more suited for me now because my world changed. Maybe I'm not going back to work. Maybe I'm one of those people who are going to home office now. Maybe my company said, hey, would you be interested in staying home and giving up your cube? You know, a lot of people are in that circumstance right now. And so the more ways you have that conversation, the better. And so through social media, you can get the dialogue going in some fun ways. So it could be simple things like just posting on social media of like, if you could do one thing, change one thing about your house, and you knew we were going to get quarantined again multiple times in the next year, what would you change? And you could have like A, add a bathroom, B, you know, you can have some fun with this and you get that response. So say Greg, Scott, Stefan, Donna, and Scott, you guys all have a different answer. Guess what? I'm going to pick up the phone and say, hey, Scott, it's been too long. Yeah, I saw your post. How are things going? How is your family? It just created the start of a conversation and people love it. So think about this. And these are just 10 fun ideas I have for you guys. So I hope you'll run with one of them only. Don't try to do all of them. And if it relies on video and a lot of content, you better be already set up and nerdy and loving that and good at it. If you're not, don't do that. Do something simpler like the food drive. You know, and if you guys want to move forward with like Santa or something, we could try to pull something off as an office, but you might want to think of doing that in your own inner circle, you know, without other realtors, you know, with your favorite insurance, your favorite this, your favorite that. Kristen, would you mind sharing, or would it be appropriate for you to share your professional Santa, or would you post that?
Sure. Yeah. I ran into him in my walk like last week and he lives right by the office. So yeah, I'll get his information. I'll post it within the next 24 to 48
like just make sure he's okay with us like sharing.
Yep.
He may have a lot of people reach out to him. But you know, these are all just like ideas off the top of my head. And yet the point is this, what I'm hoping you're doing is actually getting connected with people again that maybe are fading away in terms of relationship, because this is the year that things have just kind of gone like this, right?
So we need to put a post out. So Santa vacations in Palm Harbor. And
oh yeah, I like that.
That Santa.
Like
and
Santa
then
sightings.
follow up.
Yeah, you can do like Santa sightings. You can do all kinds of fun stuff with that. You know,
Cool.
You know, to take this back, for those of you that want to do your business relationally, and that's all I've ever been is relational, we had some fun ideas. One was in this neighborhood that I was in, we did the Easter bunny. So really early Easter weekend, we would get up and we would leave like tracks around the whole neighborhood, like dropped eggs and stuff. And the kids would just come out and just go nuts in their yard. We just made sure there's like 2 or 3 eggs in everyone's yard. And we would, you know, take a picture of the Easter bunny, and it was like someone like it was like a kind of like a scene of like the, you know, Loch Ness monster or something. It was like, was that the Easter bunny? You know, so we really played it up. It took a lot of energy, and my mom had to keep it up after all those years. She had to keep doing it because it was something popular. And it was funny when we moved from that neighborhood, people actually were sad that we weren't going to do the bunny any longer. And that's what we were able to create in 2 years in one neighborhood, just from one little tradition.
It might be cool to like have him come and do a drive-through at the parking lot, and kids can drop off their letters to Santa.
Oh yeah, drive by Santa, and our office is the perfect spot for it. And they could drop off maybe a donation if they want for a kid less likely to be able to have, like the parents might do a drop off. You could do food, toys, and drop off your letter to Santa. I love that idea. If you guys want me to put it together, we'll put it together as long as this guy says yes, right?
Yeah, well, he's actually part of an official Santa group where they've got insurance and everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so
yeah, we don't want like bad Santa. We want good Santa.
He's super nice. He's super nice. Yeah. So
I think if you look like Santa, you have to be nice. It's like a new level of pressure, right? So
Judy-
I hope
Judy
I
has
hope
it.
you guys got an idea or two that you might be able to run with, and I'll post this. But just know, I just really want you guys to have something to run with for the rest of the year. And holidays are ahead, and they're positive, and everyone's excited, and everyone needs this. Even if you were kind of a curmudgeon-y holiday person, it seems like everyone's pretty they're yearning connection and tradition. So I'm going to be pouring it on thick to you guys. You guys are going to know all my traditions. And I hope you do the same. I hope you do the same and create those relationships and conversations. And when you get a Facebook response, make sure you're responding and showing communication back and appreciation back, and then pick up the phone. Use as an excuse like, hey, I just answered and I realized how long it's been. And it was funny. I watched a commercial the other day that I was laughing so hard. It was a guy texting his buddy and they're going back and forth. And all of a sudden the guy shows up at his door and he goes, are you answering my text in person? And he said, LOL. It's kind of goofy, but I'm like, there's no reason when you get something going with someone and you're just text, stop for a second. Why don't you just have a real conversation with someone for once? We need that. And we've gotten too unplugged. And I know pretty much anyone you ask about that will agree. Like, the world has gotten too much like this. We need to get back. We need to feel good again. So these are definitely feel good ideas. Any thoughts, questions, any other things going in your head? Like, you could do this, you could do that. Cause I love Santa sighting one in Palm Harbor, and you could change that to Wesley Chapel or Tampa or Clearwater pretty easily, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love it. Now big pressure. How do we get that presentation you just did so we have our notes?
I'm gonna go post it on our Facebook page.
You're awesome. Good job.
Cool. Well, here's the thing. It's Fun Friday. And I want to just throw one more thing out there. I'm thinking of doing a dream board day at my house on the lanai. I could handle about 10 or 15 people. So if anyone wants to do this, I love dream boards. And you know what? So much of this came true this year, even with the crazy of the year. So I even have a bedazzled one because I really believe in this. And if any of you want to hang out at my house with me and chill on the lanai and put your dream boards together and plan world domination, I'll put a date out there. I won't do it this weekend because that's too quick, but in the next 10 days or so, maybe one evening or a weekend, midday or something. But if you guys have interest and you really, really, really want to do it, reach out to me, just call or text me or call me on my cell. And then I'll collaborate with those of you that really want to do it when we're going to do it. So it's that time of year, dream boards. Okay, you guys have a powerful, powerful Friday. Love you guys.
All right.